Welcome, and I will introduce you here in this episode to a contemporary philosophy based on an acronym, PEOPLE. That's PEOPLE, standing for Philosophies and Ethics of Politics, Law, and Economics. As a citizen, you may experience a philosophy in your society or in other societies subliminally or surreally. So here, or this episode tries to discuss a contemporary philosophy, being that for many people, pre-existing philosophies do not explain or do not give them adequate thought basis on which to discuss their societies. Here, a range of experiences could benefit from ordinary citizens who are not philosophers of any kind, to students who are learning other philosophies and might make philosophical contrasts or comparisons to experienced or professional philosophers who might want to critique the philosophical basis. This work is a partial analysis or contrast of philosophies or illustrative phenomenons in political philosophy. Mostly in a few regions in Africa, but also with case studies and comparisons in other places in the world where specific examples or phenomenons explain or illustrate the philosophical treatise. So listeners are encouraged to get the full work. They can purchase the full work from a publisher online, which will be given to you at some point. I will go on to highlight a few phenomenons or topics, and then as time allows, more will be examined. But then it will give a listener or any person an introduction into what to expect, and then how to go about developing their own, or learning. So the first topic is authority and the complexities of authority, choice of authority, or impressions of authority, or subliminal authority and we start angling from Cameroon, but there are other countries that we will mention to produce examples or to make, to produce examples or to illustrate what we're talking about. But then the authority, the question of authority is tied to traditional customs, religion, government, the military, and some overarching popular culture and fashion. The works are a framework or more an outline, which to allow for flexible interpretation or development of any person. And under the main topic that I introduced on complexities of authority, the goal is to help one develop or identify political structures, from party politics to tribal politics to monarchies and kingdoms to military politics to chieftaincies and popular will unions and representative structures, and other subparts of it, such as confederations or sub societies that may result. The validity of the philosophy is in the acceptance, the persistence, or the corroboration of people's experience with the philosophical description. And so here the main question or something that could be researched or thought of or inquired into is how persistent a structure is, a political structure, and the philosophies in a person's area, and how much or how well they serve people's interests or deal with people's complaints and problems. To summarize, the framework seeks to expand and introduce new cultural tropes or tropes that are not hitherto examined in regions, and seeks to identify areas in culture such as dance, music, and other forms of art or expression that illustrate or encompass a different or a varying shade in the philosophy, ethics, politics, and economics.